Wow, somebody was waiting. That's a first. Congratulations, viewer in waiting. Very exciting. Really moving up in the world here. Really drumming up some electric excitement, I can see. Let's see who is watching me. Let's see, one of these buttons will tell me. Go away, you stupid thing. No. 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 None of those things. Hey, Monty Ray, how are you today? I'm doing fine, a little fuzzy around the edges there. Uh, so I'm getting a little slightly late start here today. Good morning, Craig Harris. Hey, Zach, how you doing? Great work. Well, I'm glad you consider it great or work. I'm not sure sometimes, but glad you enjoy it, and thank you for the encouragement. Let's see, I guess I should clean off my glasses here so I can read these comments. I can't read them without the glasses, that's for effing sure. But let's clean these lenses and see what y'all are saying to me here this morning. It's a beautiful day here on Cape Ann. It's been the rainiest July on record, I believe, here. And maybe August will be a little better weather-wise. Nothing against rain, of course, but summertime, I think people like to see a little sunshine now and again. Okay, that's better. Welcome one and all to High Noon with Vermin Supreme. Of course, I'm Vermin Supreme, and it's high noon here on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America continent here on Cape Ann, a little peninsula jutting out into the Atlantic Ocean. So that's very exciting. On a nice day, you can see the sunrise on the ocean over there, and then you can see it set over the ocean over there. So it's a pretty special place, I guess. Hello, Anthony Bradbury. How are you today? Let's see. Craig Harris, good morning. Zach, thank you very much. Jace Cockrell, good morning. Irate Homebum, how you doing? Sup with you? Paul Lyons, thank you very much. And Zoe Bonnie, aka Sarah Brazo, good to see you. A little bit fuzzy around the edges. Of course, last night we had the monthly patron Zoom call, which is okay. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, much like just like this show right here, I guess. And but it was fun. We had a real good time. We had a real fun time. So if you want to kick down a few bucks a month for God knows what, well, you can do that. Patreon.com/Vermin and you too can participate in the monthly, or we try to make them monthly Zoom calls where we plot and plan, and you get to see a little behind the scenes Verminverse, Vermin World, crapola. So that's good. Just ask Zoe. She enjoyed it, and you can too. Oh, or you can just enjoy this format too, for free. Whee! Okay, so still drinking a little coffee here. Actually, a pretty full cup, but it's barely warm enough to drink, so we'll drink some coffee and then we'll get stoned. We'll get high, people. We'll get high. Easton King, thank you very much. I have been well. Just another week of work and stuff, and we're all there. We all do that shit. Gotta make a living, as it were. There was a time when thought I could make a living being me, but realized that was not to be, and ended up with a day job. Don't quit your day job, as they say. Tony Johnson, I am fine. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, hanging out with Zoe. Is hanging with their chickens and Rocky and the chickens. I think that was pretty funny last night. That special guest appearance by Rocky. That was pretty funny. You are a cute couple. I think the way you guys interacted was definitely entertaining. pretty funny. I'm glad to hear that he's like a pinata and we can hang him from a tree and hit him with sticks and money falls out. That's a good thing. Alrighty, what was that? Oh, Tony Johnson. Of course I could say happy birthday to Bernadette. Happy birthday, Bernadette. In fact, I'll traditionally, of course, I would make you buy a cameo for me to sing happy birthday, but obviously you've missed the deadline on that. But if you want me to say happy birthday to your friends and family, you can go to cameo.com/Vermin Supreme, and I will. But today, this is a freebie for you. No, actually, on the cameo, so I start out with the Beatles. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear Bernadette. Happy birthday to you. And many more to you, Bernadette. Happy 14th. Be safe. Be careful. Kids these days. I remember when I was 14, I didn't know shit. I thought I did. Alrighty. And the chickens are loving the chatter, so that's good. Tony Johnson, thank you. You know, I'm not in it for the money, so that's a good thing. You know, I do okay. I do okay. So it's okay. You know, cheap rent helps a lot. You know, dumpster diving helps a lot. You cut down your expenses, you can cut down the amount of time you have to spend on that treadmill. Tony Johnson, always need a hole dug. Speaking of which, sort of, I guess, I don't know, but I found some black trumpet chanterelle mushrooms this morning. Not a lot, but a few. I haven't seen them in a long time. So I was very excited for that. Think I'll pick them a little later on. We are gonna house sit, dog sit really, for our friends Eric and Julie today and tonight. And they have ponies. So I'm gonna play with the ponies a little bit, and maybe we'll do a little Facebook live stream with the ponies. We'll see how that goes. And because the berry picking around these parts is getting a little slim, I might go out in the woods near their home and see if I can't find some berry bushes and perhaps have another exciting episode of Old Man with No Shirt picking berries, because I don't know, just because it's kind of slow motion content that the world sorely needs in this day. Okay, let's see. Irate Home Bum says, hey Vermin, there's a lot of talk about taking sides, that a civil war is brewing, the line is drawn, choose a side, etc., etc. I ain't paying no attention to that nonsense. I don't know where that chatter is happening. Probably by the radical, stupid people who want to get all radical and stupid. Why choose sides? Why not sit on the fence? Ask goat versus fish. He knows. He knows about picking sides. He wants you to pick a side. Are you a goat or are you a fish? And I maintain that I'm on the fence. I'm versus. So my thoughts on civil wars are they are bloody, violent, nasty, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. Any war, really, of course. Civil wars in particular. I'll pay lip service to revolution, but I prefer the non-violent, color CIA-backed revolutions. Massive civil disobedience and non-violent direct action in the streets. Direct action gets the goods, of course, but I'm not a big fan of full-scale, full-on violent spasms. A lot of pain and suffering involved, but sometimes, of course, there may be no other way to make the change that is required, but ultimately, it seems like meet the new boss, same as the old boss. If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean, says Red Roach. And of course, if this place, if assholes could fly, this would be an airport. Love that sticker. Whoo! Drink a little more coffee. I'm telling you, I got this chronic. I don't know what it is. I think it's my neck. I don't know. Sometimes it's a little sore. Pulls onto my head or my eyeballs or something. It's very minor, but it's, mildly annoying. I think people with little chronic things know that. Sometimes, they don't rise to the occasion of being terrible, but they're just mildly annoying, distracting, as it were. Yeah, Tony Johnson, learn not to participate in your own oppression. I believe if we can certainly live underneath the radar and deny authority simply by ignoring it, I think that's a pretty good way to go about things. Wow, getting deep, getting heavy. Should drink more coffee, smoke more weed. Well, I haven't smoked any weed yet this morning, but we're going to get to that. We are going to get to that. And, yep, I hear that, Sarah. All right. Yeah, you're right. It's 4:20 somewhere. Friends, it's time. It's that time again. Hi, everybody. It's me. Let's see. Freaking. Hi, everybody. It's me, Glass Vermin. Welcome to the Glass Vermin Show. Whee! Going for a walk in the woods. Oh, look, it's Vermin. It's Flesh Vermin. Hello, Flesh Vermin. Oh, hi there, Glass Vermin. How are you today? Oh, I'm just fine. Are you gonna suck on my boot? Of course I am. Are you gonna fill my belly full of weed? Of course I am. Are you gonna light it on fire and suck the smoke through my boot hat? Of course I am. All right, let's get this party started. Okay, Glass Vermin, let's do just that. Yeah, okay. Whoa, haha! Drop Glass Vermin like I did the first one, and its neck broke. This one's. Opened up a jar last night. Didn't go bad, but it was harsh. It didn't cure properly, so I'm gonna have to try and re-cure it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure how to re-cure it, but it was a little too harsh. I guess you can always make the butter with it. Butter weed. Sometimes I don't strain the butter from the weed and it just becomes weed butter as opposed to butter weed. Or, no, it becomes butter weed and not weed butter. But be that as it may, it kicks ass so hard that people don't even want to eat it. So what the heck's the point of that? Just kicks your ass and makes you pass out. All right. Oh, whoa. Special effect here. Yeah, that's, whoa, I'm getting a little, ooh. Looks like I'm shaking my head, but I'm really not. I'm just shaking the camera. Okay. All right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have a teaspoon of this stuff, and boom, it's like the next morning you're having a hard time opening your eyes, for sure. So let's get down to it, people. Bust out your Vermin glassware if you got it. Bust out your chillums or your Vermin glass pipes or whatever you smoke out of. Here we go. Glass Vermin 2. Hey, Dan Kaluka. Good to see you. I hope everybody's doing awesome too. So far, so awesome. And let's see. Oh, 13 people on the. Yeah, nice. Thanks for coming in this morning. Dan Kulika. Well, let me tell you this, Dan, that you can get a glassware pipe very similar, if not just like this one, at verminsupreme.com/shop. SHOP. That's vermin.com/shop. Awesome. Red roach smoking out of a pipe older than some of you kids. Ha ha ha. How do you like that? All right. That's true, Sarah. I thought it was very cool seeing what you looked like and what Rocky looked like, and it's always funny how you have that picture in your mind, and it's like the reality is so different from the people that I think that, in your mind you think they might look like that, and they look like that. They look like something. They look like them. All right. Okay. All right. So game. Sarai. So game. Sarai. So okay. Sarai. Sarai. So okay. So okay. Sarai. Sarai. So okay. So okay. Sarai. 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 So okay. Sarai. So okay. Okay. So okay. All right. Okay, all right, home bum. Wonderful to see you too, or see the words that you're typing in at least. And have a beautiful day. Thanks for stopping in. And don't forget, every high noon here Saturday, I sit here and do this. And barely wonder why anymore. Barely wonder why. Because the people demand it. Okay, let's smoke some more. Oh, I am irate. I am. Oh, just look at that smoke pouring out of my belly. Ooh, I think glass vermin's getting stoned. All that weed. These glass vermin should have a little glass vermin pipe or a little flesh pipe. I'm not sure. Wow. Dan Kalika asking if he can ask a question. You already have. All right, but you can ask another one, I guess. I guess you need a question mark to make it officially a question? No, I guess not. I guess this can I? Ha 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 ha. Yes, Mr. Zoe, Sarah's dad. I can imagine why it might get a little disjointed and confusing, not seeing the comments that I'm commenting on and realizing that there's randomness occurring. Not even non sequiturs, really. I mean, I enjoy a good non sequitur, but I don't think anything really qualifies in here so far yet. Give it some time, right? Anybody got any good non sequiturs? Type your non sequiturs now. That one's a little harsh too. Man. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, the nice thing about the patron Zoom call was they're a little more interactive. We had show and tell, whereas we can't really do show and tell on the YouTube here. I mean, I can show and tell, but I can't make you all show and tell. So I think that was pretty fun. People got to add on in, and okay. Oh, we have some non sequiturs coming up. Okay. Okay. Building 7 didn't kill itself, says Red Roach. A little bit of unrelated non sequitur. Tony Johnson has a sequitur, but no non sequiturs. I guess that would be a non sequitur. Oh yes, Sarah, it's definitely a thing. Show and tell, because once again with those patron Zoom calls, it's like I always want to make them special, but I almost never do prepare anything to make them special. So we're trying to make little games and things we can play. There you go, Stephen C. Good one. Good one. I like pi. Pi r square. No, pi r round. Pi. Been having a lot of pies lately, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if the berries are going. If it's not chaos, it's not vermin. Yes, I've always been a fan and a friend of friendly chaos. I always like that part about the Discordian. Is Antifa anarchists gone corporate? I'm not sure which ones. I'm not sure which ones. I know I have. But as I've always said, I'll sell out when the price is right. And I guess I sell out pretty cheap, really, when you get right down to it. Yes. Excuse me. I guess that's the proper thing to do. Cover your mouth when you belch. I'm not sure. I'm not too up on such social niceties. It's been a while. I hear an airplane off in the sky. I can tell it's not underwater. It's not on the land. It's definitely in the sky. And once again, of course, if you know anybody in the great state of Alabama, on August 24th, I will be doing like one of my first live appearances since the shutdowns and shit in Alabama, in Montgomery, Alabama. August 24th, live, Montgomery, Alabama. I'll be there with Spike Cohen and John Reels and other special guests, and we will be demonstrating and protesting the shabby treatment that the Libertarian Party has been given by the great state of Alabama. I found out their Attorney General is a little bit of a slimeball, heads up the Union of Republican AGs or some shit like that, and helped finance and make the January 6th thing happen a little bit. So he's a little full on Trumpy. And of course, he is the attorney general that, in denying the libertarians ballot access and access to the voter rolls, um, held up a photograph of me. Held up a photograph of me, not even a photograph, a printout of a photograph of me, and used that to hold up and claim that the Libertarian Party was not a serious party. So I guess it worked. And people's worst fears came to be a reality, where my affiliation with the Libertarian Party became a liability to the Libertarian Party. But of course, I think we all know that the real problem with libertarians is they're all batshit fucking insane people as a rule, and think terrible things. Don't tell them I said that. Okay. Woo. Nat Abood, thank you very much, claiming I am not a liability. That's the thing. I mean, my affiliation when I ran as a Democrat in the past, the Republicans would go, "Oh, look at that guy," and then when I ran as a Republican, the Democrats would go, "Oh, look at that guy," and then I just, started throwing down with the Libertarians, and then it was like the Republican and Democrats going, "Oh, look at that guy." So yeah, it's just part of it, I guess. And as always, fuck them if you can't take a joke. Oh yeah. Well, I think the thing about the libertarians is it covers such a fairly wide base of thought, and a lot of them hate each other, and I think they're literalists. A lot of people are so literal. It's like they just don't get things that aren't literal, and there's not a lot of room for nuance, and they seize upon some idea and run with it, and that's just, and I don't know. I used to not be into politics so much. I used to not worry about it. But now I'm a little worried about it. Um, let's see. Pun Chan asking me, how is New Hampshire these days? I assume it's still there. Um, Many people think, or they assume or believe that I am actually from the Granite State, but that is not so. I am just have a strong association with New Hampshire in people's minds, because that is where the First in the Nation primary takes place, and of course that's where I spend a fair amount of time on the ground during that time. In between, so sometimes I'll make it to Pork Fest, and some years not, and it's close, but it's a little far, and it's still there. I spoke to my friend Nick up there last night, who told me a very disturbing tale, and if I could remember the name of the brewery, I would definitely shout it out put it on blast and give it the boycott. I think it was Shanks or something like that. But their brewer is a scumbag, so look out for that. So things are going okay. I hope to be able to do well in the Libertarian primary in New Hampshire in 2024. Although that precludes me from running on the duopolies ticket, which is always a lot of fun, because it got to a point where I started beating several of the duopoly candidates. Ha 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 ha. Poom Chan, I am going to make anime real. Yes, I am. In fact, I know a place where it already is. Mm-hmm. Yep, I do. And maybe someday I'll show it to you. Nat Abood, I'm going to have to ask you where that Channel 5 is from. Or I guess I could Google it up, but obviously I'm on YouTube and entertaining, so entertaining. So I don't have time, and I'll probably forget about that. So where are they from? Where are they from? Oh, YouTube. Oh, No, I don't. Is it a real thing or is it like a parody thing? Oh, Man on the Street stuff. Oh, like Jesse Waters, maybe. Jesse Waters was pretty funny. Met him at one of those conventions. It might have been Philly, might have been Cleveland, but you know, I'm on to him. I know what his deal is. Let's see, Red Roach. I don't know a lot about anime. I do, when I was a kid, of course. Kimba the White Lion was the anime series from Japan that the Lion King was ripped off from. I used to watch that, Kimba the White Lion. That was very wholesome, I think, other than a little lion on lion violence here and again. Um, and Speed Racer, of course. And, oh, geez. No, Atom Boy? What the hell's that? Hmm. It'll come to me. Speed Racer, I guess, was probably the anime that I was most familiar with as a kid. I know it's evolved and turned to other things. Um, Definitely Kim with the White Lion, Speed Racer, and I wish I could remember the other character's name. Hopefully it'll come to me. Astro Boy. I think that was it, Astro Boy. And that was some pretty cool stuff. I think I remember one episode, or one image sticks in my mind of when he was like cut in half lengthwise by a buzzsaw and then regenerated into to two of himself. And I was what? I mean, that was probably 50 years ago that I saw that, and it's still in my brain. Weird, but Astro Boy, definitely. Aqua Boy? No, I think it was Astro. I don't think this one was in the water. Thank you, Craig Harris, though. Glad you're tuned in today. Let's see. Dave Kulika asking for one of my favorite political quotes. And, probably Dwight Eisenhower warning about the military-industrial complex. That was a pretty straight-up one. Um, let's see. And, of course, Frank Zappa has some really good ones in there. But I can't remember them enough. Howard Dean. Ha ha ha. Yes, I did have a Howard Dean encounter once upon a time when he was running for the New Hampshire primary presidency. And I did, in fact, ask him where he stood on the mandatory toothbrushing law. And I do remember him saying, I have never heard of that law. And so obviously the man was completely unqualified for running for president, not being familiar with one of the most pressing issues of the day. And I believe that little encounter was actually covered in the press. I think it merited a paragraph, perhaps, back in 1990, whatever it was. And I have a copy somewhere. I should go find it, but I'm not going to do that now. We'll save that for the Vermin Supreme Presidential Library coming in the future. Something Tyler wants to do, and since he runs the verminsupreme.com, maybe we'll have to do that. I just have to figure out how to connect my scanner to my computer and make it work, being a boomer and all. Let's see here. Sometimes it's hard. Dan Kalika asking me a softball question, really. How do I feel about opening up all drugs like Amsterdam? Of course. I think that, I haven't seen their rates of addiction recently, but Portugal certainly has a track record of lessening the addictions and the overdoses and all those things when they legalize the frickin' drugs. So, yes, open them up, legalize, decriminalize, just make them all available, make them something that the government does not regulate, perhaps. But on the other hand, know what kind of drugs you're taking is very important, and having some sort of verification system, I don't think it needs to be regulated, but, if you want to buy some fucking some real fucking, if you're looking for acid or you're looking for coke or you're looking for your meth, or it's important that you find it's a purity. You don't want to be buying bunk acid that somebody made in their fucking bathtub. I mean, it's buyer beware. Yes, I mean, of course the buyers should beware, but there's so many dipshit stupid kids, and I remember when I was a stupid dipshit kid, and I would take anything. And luckily, most of the bunk was pretty harmless bunk back in the day. Yeah, you'd get the strychnine in your paper, and along with your tripping, but it wasn't fentanyl, which it wasn't overdosing and killing you by fucking doing a little bit of this or that. Um, so yeah, and so I mean, does that need to be regulated? No, but you need to trust the source. And if they were all decriminalized, I guess it would be like package stores would open up, or maybe it would be just an natural extension of the cannabis shops, but they'd be selling all this other crazy shit. But at least they could, if guarantee a level of purity. I guess that would be the attraction. That's why it would be the business model. Why people would not mind spending a little bit extra to make sure that their ecstasy was fully right on, as opposed to contaminated or bunk. So I stand for those things for sure. People should have access to all the good drugs, and all those drugs should be good drugs. Now, once again, of course, addiction, not an optimal life choice, but who am I to judge? I mean, that's just my opinion. There's plenty of functional junkies and people who are addicted who do okay, but there's a lot who don't and cause a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. And so there should certainly be lots of treatment facilities available at those very same places that sell the drugs. So you should be able to go there, buy your drugs, and then attend the therapy session, and perhaps even a 12-step or more step meeting if that was what you were needing. So yes, absolutely. Once we hit that point, in fact, I guess we're going to see how Oregon goes, because Oregon did all that shit, and maybe we should all set up shop in Oregon and fucking like, But of course, in most of those situations, it's the possession. I know Oregon is the possession of small amounts is not against the law, whereas I think you can't sell it. Like in Massachusetts, for example, where I'm at, I could give you weed. I can grow it and I can make gifts of it, but I can't sell it. So there's that drawback when we have that government involved model instead of people doing what they want. There's like this tension, because we want responsibility. We want people to be responsible, and yet there should be no penalties for full on irresponsibility. No, just not ones imposed by the government. We can certainly frown upon negative behavior that affects us all. Oh, Jesus Christ, I better smoke some more weed here. I'm fucking making sense or something. Talking like fucking Vermin doing some sort of political podcast bullshit. Well, Red Roach, I guess you could play fast and loose with the rules. Yeah. So I'm thinking if you're all in, that maybe we should look into that and see if we can't set up shop somewhere. Maybe Portugal, set up shop. There must be some restrictions to selling that shit. Otherwise, it would be a huge retail industry, and I don't hear about that in Portugal. Can somebody Google it up for me? Let's figure that shit out. Just imagine that. It would be like a giant mega Walmart of fucking. It would be like Push Your Alley or something. Yes, Dan Coolio, that's another important thing that you'd have to include into the public indoctrination system. You'd have to teach the kids about respectful, useful drugs. It can't be all abstinence, abstinence this, abstinence that, because that's crazy shit that just don't work. Kids, like, don't do that. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Stepping out for a while now. See you later, Mom. Okay, Dan Kaluka, that is much more of a question for the internet than for me. Red Roach, would I debate Dave Smith one on one? I'm not familiar with his work. I'm more familiar with his smirk. Okay, I mean, I see what he, prints. I would have to do some game tape studies, but ultimately, down the line, if that's what it comes down to, yeah, I'm in no hurry to do his podcast. I'm pretty happy just to take occasional pot shots on the Twitter, and every time I do, and some of them are like pretty harmless little things where I'll change one word in his tweet, and some of his fans are fucking dicks. Let me tell you. I mean, he seems okay for a transphobe or a comic or somebody who thinks it's only a joke, and as long as you c- have your threats or mean, nasty attacks, hidden in humor or in the guise of humor. Can't you take a joke? I was just saying we should kill all the Jews, starting with you. um, don't quote me on that. Anyway, that's why I don't like to talk politics so much or answer that type of question, because I could get in trouble. I could get in trouble doing that. Because, of course, on the internet, before I was running for president series in 2020, before I was representing the party and all that shit, I took great joy in attacking. Um, attacking people viciously, trolls or people who were trolling friends of mine or people who were saying nasty shit. I would jump into their shit and get pretty scrappy and nasty pretty quickly, if necessary. And I think I had a certain allowance to do that. Cancun in the house. Hi, Julian Serrano from Cancun. And I got into trouble during the presidential election nomination seeking campaign when I said something very I shouldn't have said it. It was over the top and it was over the line, and I offended people, several people, very, very much. It was not a smart thing to do, and so I made that was a turning point for me when I realized that there's just no taking that back, and it was cruel. So now it's a slightly new game, and because I haven't fully figured or decided or thought too heavily about what kind of campaign 24 will be or what it will bring. Um, how serious a campaign? Will it actually be seeking the Libertarian nomination? Will it be more just free form and fuck it all? Which is obviously so much more fun for me. I mean, seeking the Libertarian nomination was incredibly harder thing. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of traveling. It took a lot of fundraising. It was a project, huge project. But on the other hand, it drew a lot of people in, and gave a lot of people solidified behind it. Um, it became its own thing, and it became an amazing adventure. But on the other hand, um, it was definitely a fair amount of work. It was like I was gone every weekend for months, literally for several months. I was like, okay, Becky, I'll see you next week. I was taking a day off. It's like, okay, boss, see, gonna need Monday off, gonna need Friday off, and then yeah, and then I'd have to go and do the thing and act all serious and be all serious and try and schmooze people and in 2020, I would still be able to pull it off pretty much, pretty good, you know, uh, because I started dabbling with Libertarian Party 2016, but, making the purposeful choice to remain blissfully ignorant and not know a lot of the bullshit, and certainly not a lot of the drama, and not a lot of the politics, and certainly not a lot of the actual horrible assertions that a lot of the individuals involved make. And so that a lot, so I did not really know, how jerky or, you know, fucked up some of these people were. And however, that allowed me to treat them without prejudgment, without um, negative connotations, without me having to pretend that I was enjoying their company, uh, whereas I was actually enjoying meeting people and not knowing that they might be terrible people. And so I was able to more effectively make my case and present myself and the scope of what I was hoping to achieve and what I had to offer. Now, I've been in for a while. I'm on, and you sort of know who's who and who's what, and then you have to figure out, how to relate with these individuals. I mean, it's sort of, find people on both sides, and even the Nazis love their children. So, and of course, where's the possibility for redemption arc? Um, is there a possibility for changing hearts and or minds? Which I don't, sometimes it happens, but I think that's pretty rare. I think people seize their thoughts and opinions and double down and quadruple down and on and on. However, um, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. You know, we'll take some polls. Hey, can I wonder if I can make a poll on this thing. All right, let's see. Gonna try and catch up on some of your commenting while I was rambling there a little bit. Um, yes, Red Roach. I mean, we should ideally be all on the same team. We're all have the, well, and then it all falls apart. William Bellerose, welcome to the show. Welcome to High Noon with Vermin Supreme. I'm the host, Vermin Supreme. It's noon here. It's way past noon. It's high noon 47 or so, rolling up on one. Who knows? I can't see the time because we're doing the thing here. But yep, this is my co-host, Glass Vermin. Hi, welcome to the show. We're so glad that you could make it. We're working on a theme song. Oh, welcome to the Glass Vermin Show. Glass Vermin Show. Glass Vermin Show. Welcome to the Glass Vermin Show. I guess that's about all the words. And I think I just grabbed the tune from the Cars for Kids radio commercial, and yeah, okay, that's the kind of exciting, fun, and witty, incisive satire that you can expect at in Alabama on the 24th. Because as part of my presentation, Jonathan Reels has agreed to put together a band. So I've rarely fronted a band before, but I will be fronting a band at the rally in Montgomery, Alabama on August 24th. It should be a rollicking good time. He is working on a match of the tunes Angel from Montgomery, because we'll be in Montgomery, and Sweet Home Alabama. And I imagine that we will probably be sneaking in a few ZZ Top licks and maybe Freebird. And I will be talking and singing about Stephen Marshall, the Attorney General of Alabama, who seems hell-bent on denying the Libertarians a spot on the ballot or sharing the voter rolls, the voter list that are given free to the Republicans or the Democrats, but the Libertarians, they are trying to charge them over $30,000, so that they are enacting a very prohibitive fee for the Libertarians to find out who they need to collect the signatures from for the next step in the stupid number of hoops that one has to jump through ballot access. So it's a big ballot access issue, and even being able to access the ballot. and what that takes. Always been a issue of mine because obviously when I call up for several years, I remember to the New Hampshire primary, I would send them a little note. Hi, I'm Vermin Supreme. Would you please be so kind as to put me on your ballot? And I think one year I actually did that and sent that out to all 50 states and got back all sorts of, essentially the Secretary of State saying, unless you include the signatures or the money or the, no, no. Um, I should see if I still have those. That was, I guess that would be material for the presidential library. So ballot access, important. And oh, thank you, County Sheriff. I look forward to serving in that capacity. It's the Glass Vermin Show, the Glass Vermin Show, the Glass Vermin. Oh, don't you know it? So yeah, yeah, gonna be a lot of fun. The Hall of Fame football parade. That sounds pretty hilarious. Wow, pretty high hilarity. Definitely a easy troll. I mean, some events are just a very easy troll, and that would be one of them. You know, you would get a lot of worked up people worked up really fast by working on it not too hard. Um, oh yes, America, Merkin. I'm I'm a Merkin, and I hope you're a Merkin too. Because there's nothing better than a pubic wig, let me tell you, friends. Just be careful of the glue you use to attach it. Ha 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 ha. I love it when you suck on my head. Suck on my boots some more, Vermin. Whoa. Whoa! Where'd I go? Whoa. Whoa. Whew. Head rush. Had a little head rush there. That's pretty wild. All right. Let's see any interesting comments here. No. 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 Ah, not a boot. I scrolled back to your comment about small government. I'll read it. Small government is a lie. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Come back here. Oh, here we go. Small government is a lie. They're bad at some things, good at others. What we need is shrinking of responsibilities in some areas and increase of scope, meaning mouthwash, of course, in others. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, what the fuck do I care, really? I think that's the problem people have is, oh, Vermin, he's not giving a fuck hard enough about my issue. He must be a communist. Some bullshit. I don't know. I mean, pundits, people who fucking spout things like that, they have the fucking answers and whatever. Of course, when I was running for the nomination, that's part of the thing. I mean, you have to actually present that during all the debates. It was like, well, yes, of course, I know the answer to that question, and I have the answer to that question, and I'm going to tell you the answer to that question in a way that you will like and be consistent with the overall Libertarian Party's principles. So that was a funny part of it because a lot of the times I would be asked a question, not really know the answer or have a formed answer or an opinion or didn't really know too much about it. But during the debate, portion, you'd have to like pull something out your ass and quickly slice and dice it and make it make sense. Now, of course, during the debates, a lot of the times, pro tip, you get to hear the answers because all the candidates are answering the same question generally. So you get to sort of suss it out. It's like, oh, okay, that I don't know what the questions really refer to, but I'm guessing. Okay, I get a feel for the answer, and then you could just sort of regurgitate an amalgam of what everybody else has said. Pro tip. And you can too. All right. Phew. Smoke a little more weed. We're at the 55-minute mark, and so time flies. Time flies. Of course, people seem to rotate in and out, but I'm here the whole time. So, yep, gotta go pack up my shit and head over to Eric and Julie's house and watch their dogs and watch their ponies. They have ponies. And I think I'll do a little live stream with the ponies later on Facebook. So keep half an eye out for that if you want. Oh, man. I have to get my eyes checked sometime in the nearest future. Let's see. Exactly, Tommy Yang. I mean, twice as many signatures to get on the ballot? Yeah, obviously. Obviously. Flying hamster. Sending some love. Thank you. I accept your love. Thank you. Loving you. Pwah. Well, oh jeez, boot almost fell off. All right, now we're just making noise. So, I mean, it would be fun because if I wasn't actually seeking the nomination, and I think last time we were seeking the nomination and it looked like we might even get it at one point, but now, once again, if I am seeking the Libertarian Party nomination or pretending to, see, that's the secret. If I pretend to, then things are a lot wider opener. If I run again and like John McAfee, he ran, a much more serious campaign in 2012, 2016, do I want to say? And then the next time he ran was sort of more like a fuck it campaign. It seemed to me where he sort of was, he sort of wasn't, and it didn't really matter. But obviously made great inroads into the Libertarian Party and brought a fair amount of people to the party and gave people a second look at the party and libertarianism and stuff. And like I say, it took me forever to even call myself or admit or use the term libertarian as a descriptive term for myself, and still it's like a little leery about it, but what can you do? They've adopted me, they've welcomed me, they've made a run feasible. And so if it's just like a fuck it run, then I can go in and just make chicken noises. That's my point. Mr. Supreme, how do you feel about the immigration in America? Or, woof, 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 woof. Maybe I could do that because the beauty of it is anybody can run for president in America. Anybody can run for president seeking the libertarian nomination. They have no mechanism to stop anybody from seeking the nomination. And so that's the beauty of it. One of the beautiful things about it, if not the most beautiful thing about it. And so that just opens it up. It's very democratic, and anybody can check that shit out. And so it's sort of foolish not to utilize such a format when my essential shtick, running for president, is that. So, um, but if I just, I mean, it'll still be an offer. You know, they could still choose me, um, but I could just be a lot more stupid and not give it a fucky. Okay. But then I have to weigh that, like I say, because some of the trolly assholes from the other side that shall remain nameless, um, you know, I don't think I had a fair amount of hate in 2020 coming my way, but with these new mass media figures, they could, a lot of haters along, a lot of jerk offs along, and it seems that certain factions that are in play just seem to have no problem with bigots and phobes of various varieties and types. And that's problematic. There are certain legitimate critiques of over the top wokeism, if you will, but I don't think that's an excuse to attack all. Awareness and being respectful of people and stuff like that. Okay. Dan, you do have to be a natural born citizen to be the president, but running for president is just such a totally different thing. Totally fucking different thing. Um, you know, and if it's there's a high likelihood that anybody running ain't gonna be it. So yeah, yes. Okay, well, let's see. We're 61 minutes. We've gone over the hour. Okay, I've been chatting mindfully for over an hour, and so I guess that's good. I guess we can be done. Got things to do. I'm sure you do too. Um, Beautiful day outside here. I hope it's a beautiful day outside where you are. Um, Hope all is well with you and yours. Be sure to keep doing nice things for people, good things for the community. Um, get vaccinated if you're smart. I'm just saying if you're smart, get vaccinated. I'm not saying you're stupid if you don't. I'm just saying, get vaccinated. Look out for the freaking Delta or Lambda or whatever the variants are, but let's be aware. I'll be flying on an airplane. I'll be masked and maybe wear a big giant plastic bag when I'm in Alabama because scary times and times of denial. So, oh yeah, Red Roach, of course, it's your choice. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm just, implying it. Just, be a little funny on it. Just saying you got to be a little, more careful. Your choice, your responsibility, your level of being careful. That's all I'm saying. Hate to see you get sick or something. No. Uh, Klinger. Well, Klinger, it's a pleasure to meet you. Sarah, of course, it was great to see you. Thanks for joining the patron club there. Patreon.com/Vermin Supreme. If you want to throw a few bucks my way on a monthly basis, you can do that. Your choice. It's cool. I'll take it. I don't see it. I don't even know what we do with it, but I think we do good stuff with it. So yeah, you can do that. And we have the monthly Zoom calls, and you get stickers, like, a sticker for every month. Maybe not all at once, but you do get like groovy, different designed Vermin Supreme stickers and shit available only to the patron members. And sometimes we do special things. I know we screened the various documentaries at various times, and we have a lot of fun. And I hope to offer crossword puzzles someday because I thought that would be fun, and secret decoder rings. If somebody could print me up a secret decoder ring, that would be really cool. Vaccine deaths. Okay, good one. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good day. Have a good night. Um, Have a good day wherever you are. Verminsupreme.com/shop if you want to buy stuff, or just verminsupreme.com if you want to check shit out. Verminsupremeinstitute.com, verminsupremeinstitute.com. We added the word institute to my name and became an institute. We're an actual 501c4 and 34 C3PO, whatever. But you can give us money. We do stuff with that. If you want to open up now, if you want to open up a food pantry in your garage for your neighbors and stuff, we can give you a good solid tutorial and hook you up and throw a little change your way. Sometimes we do micro grants. I don't know. If you got a serious mutual aid project, we would like to know about that too. Love to share any mutual aid projects that people are involved in. All that good stuff. So, have a good day. And let me push the button here. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I see it now. Whoa. No. Okay. All right. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Cancel or end? Am I canceling the live stream or am I ending the live stream?